Welcome to It's So Danica Art of Education, and today we're talking about packing healthy snacks and helping picky eaters or even problem feeders. So there is a difference between a picky eater, which would be pretty much every toddler there ever was, and a problem feeder. Okay, so it is important to recognize that there are differences and the approach used for each of those would be different. So SPD STAR is pretty much the authority on sensory processing disorder, so you might want to look this up at the SPD STAR Institute. If you're not sure, it's there. Okay, so snacks. It's always hard to pack healthy snacks when you have a picky eater or a problem feeder. So when you're dealing with children that have autism or adults that have autism, sensory processing disorder, and they may have both, which makes it even harder. So here's just a little bento that you can purchase on Amazon. I highly suggest getting a range of different bentos because that will help a lot for introductions. You do want to be introducing foods a lot and in different ways and letting them taste the actual foods. Like in this case, we're really letting the child, in this case, eat actual foods and taste what that's like. And then sometimes you do have to have it a little bit disguised, like with the pickles. So I have in here pickles, which are really great for probiotics, tomatoes and carrots. And you'll notice it's only just a very small amount of each. Okay, it's for introductions. Then we have some purees, and I know that a lot of people are really against purees, but cultures around the world have eaten purees in their diets for centuries. So I think it's a really great way to get vegetables in. This is some organic sweet potato. And then I do like to pair a vegetable with a fruit. So in this case, I'll give applesauce, and I like the cinnamon because you're going to awake that sensory profile there. And then, so this one has actually applesauce, and then it will have some kind of vegetable that I'll put there, and that can be mixed together. And then just a cut fruit is always good to try. And you'll notice there are now bubble fruit that you can put on top of your fresh fruit, and that makes it a lot of fun. And then the liquid will preserve this really well. So just a couple of different options. Maybe your child likes olives. You want to try olives in a small amount or something easy to cut up. They might not eat a salad, but they might actually eat the inside of the lettuce head, the hard part. You may have to cut it up and make it so that they would be interested in it. So just a few more things. So this one right here is just kind of my cheat snacky meal, whatever, dessert. And it is just gluten-free brownie. And then I put a very large Ninja container of spinach into this recipe and 2 extra eggs. So you're getting extra protein, you're getting extra your vegetables, your spinach, and then I put flaxseed in there as well. A lot, actually, to help with the omegas, because that will help with brain connection and regulation. Okay, so we're looking at some dried vegetables, but if your child or the person that you're working with likes fruits, there are also freeze-dried ones. This is just regular dried vegetables from the fresh market, but Whole Foods now has these. There's a lot of companies that do make these. You can make them yourself, which I do not have time for, so I don't. And then, sometimes just look in your cabinet and throw something in there and give it a shot. You never know. You don't have to cook it, just really easy. There is in the freezer section these. I just want to show you that, and that is muffins with vegetables, and they're gluten-free. So that's kind of nice too, to not get as much of the wheat. Always good to mix up your diet. And then I was going to mention about different kinds of meats. It seems like the one thing that I keep seeing across the message boards is that my child only wants to eat nuggets or only wants to eat a hamburger patty or something like that and no other meat. Just think about some other options that might have the same consistency. For example, you might find that your child or the person you're working with likes ham or breakfast meats or something of a really smooth consistency if they're liking that burger. If they like a burger, they might like a fish patty, or they might like a chicken a chicken patty or something else like that, it's a little bit different. Hot dogs are another one. They're not exactly the most healthy thing in the world, but if you are looking for nitrate-free hot dogs, it's not bad to put that in there. And you are going to want to get a thermos, a thermos mug that you can send the warm foods, and you want to put boiling water in that before you do send that off. Oh, I almost forgot. Kefir is another good one, so you can just take this right out of the bottle, the kefir, and send that on its way. And I like that one. Or you can do the liquid yogurts now. But the kefir does tend to be a lot cheaper, and it's kind of fun for a toddler. And you get your probiotics. So in these kinds of snacks, if you talk to a speech therapist, you are going to want to have a crunch. Maybe the person is biting holes in the clothes or constantly chewing on things. This is going to help. The crunchy items are going to help meet that need, as well as just having a variety of, the spice or something smooth, something of a different texture, cold, warm. You really want to vary that so that you're meeting those sensory needs, and maybe you can save yourself some shirts. I have found that this has helped us. Anyways, so this is just some ideas. If you have some ideas, go ahead and put them in the comments below, and like, subscribe, and share. It's So Danica, Art of Education.